My research is about conflict, one of the most intense of human conflicts, the conflicts between people with strong religious beliefs and those opposed to religion. In particular, I'm looking at the conflict of secularist, that is, organised anti-religious groups in 19th century London with Protestant evangelical Christians of the period. That conflict was sometimes intense enough to divide families down the middle. One of my chapters is looking at the personal conflict between Charles Bradlaugh, who was the first openly declared atheist to be elected a British Member of Parliament, and his younger brother William, the gentleman in the slide, who after a dramatic religious conversion became an evangelist, and he spent much of the rest of his life preaching and teaching against secularism, and in particular making many attacks on his own brother. Each of the groups feared the effects of what would happen if the opposing group's views gained grounds, particularly among the poorer population of the metropolis. The Christians feared not only that individual secularists would be consigned to hellfire, but they also feared that if secularist beliefs took hold in the poorer population, it would inevitably lead to radical politics advancing, and then in due course anarchy and bloody revolution. The secularists feared the oppressive influence of the church, things such as the blasphemy laws, but they also believed that Christian doctrines were immoral in themselves. And 19th century secularists were at least as concerned as the Christians about standards of public morality. The types of material I'll be looking at, apart from the Bradlaugh brothers conflict, include journals that these groups produced, in many cases specifically attacking their opposition. Also a number of public debates that were recorded in detail between members of the different groups, and even secularized hymn books. Some of the secularists took Christian hymns and changed the words to support secular beliefs and doctrines. Some of these things have been looked at before, but I'm seeking to go further in trying to understand the way in which the mutual conflict of the groups drove them on and inspired them to greater efforts. And by doing that, I'm hoping to cast some additional light on this intriguing aspect of the history of the metropolis. Thank you.